Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So we're going to be revisiting this topic, which is the next 3 days. This is a timeless reading, so before you watch this, please make sure that you clicked on this only if it really calls to you, because this is a very specific kind of energy we're looking into, and if it doesn't fit within your intuition, then it may not necessarily be accurate. So that's why I always advise only intuition. So as you can see, we have the two selections again. I'm not used to pulling cards for the reading, but it's been interesting for me. I know a lot of you have your preferences, so if you don't prefer it this way, just, do your best to make the selection, and then I'll kind of alternate here and there on how I present the groups. So I have the cards drawn for each group, the energy already there, and I also have the stickers here, so I'm going to show you each one. And if you did not get a chance to watch my pick a card from yesterday, that one was a special pick a card for creators. So writers, artists, musicians, business owners, stuff like that. And it was Spirit's advice for your creative project. And I also asked in the community section today if any fellow writers would be interested in doing a writing workshop through Zoom with me. I have to figure out the details, but please check that community post. I'll probably put it in the comments as well. So back to the groups here, we have the 4 options. Okay, so group number 1 is the 6 of Cups and enjoy the little things. Group number 2 is the Hierophant and today is going to be a good day. Group number 3 is the Moon and the world is changed by your example, not your opinion. And group number 4 is the 10 of Wands and don't give up, always reach for the stars. Okay, so again, just go with your gut feeling. You can take as much time as you need, you can pause. But whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the 6 of Cups and the sticker, enjoy the little things. So again, please only watch this if you felt called to it. It's a timeless reading. This is 3 days from whenever you are watching this video. Spirit, this reading is for group number 1. Please and thank you. Can we have some important information for them? Spirit, specifically only within the next 3 days, whatever it is that they're meant to hear. Do you have a starting message for group 1, 6 of Cups, enjoy the little things? What do they need to hear first? Thank you. I definitely got the vibe of playfulness with both of your items, actually. I had picked the stickers first and then I drew the cards, and it happened to be both these cute little colorful vibrant energies, and then we have here the Page of Cups. So group 1, I think that, this is a really nice energy. I'm not looking at the entirety of the energy just yet for the next 3 days for you, but somewhere in the next 3 days we do see that there is this playful, warm and happy energy coming towards you. Now, a lot of you, it looks like there could be some time that you are spending with a friend, a soul connection, whether this is someone you already know, or it even could be a new person for some of you. This could be any kind of a soul connection at all, just someone that you really vibe with and feel very comfortable talking to. Now, for some of you, because it's kind of tough to say with the general reading, but there could be some of you where it kind of resonates that this is more so, you may not be spending time with others depending on your situation, the context and whatnot. So if it's not a physical person, this also could be in some other way. It could be like the energy of a situation itself, maybe the energy and time spent by yourself or with something that warms your heart. It could be, like some kind of a self-care or creative passion that you have, or something that you're consuming, like even like taking in a movie or a nature walk, something really warm and fuzzy. Obviously it also could be something with a spirit guide, some elements of nature. So you kind of get my point, but I think that that's what's coming towards you. And the next 3 days could even be as soon as maybe tomorrow, but obviously it kind of varies. Okay. They're not saying anything more about that. It's just more like enjoy the moment. That's what they're saying. Enjoy the little things. So this type of, I would say, letting yourselves have this enjoyment, because obviously life is been kind of crazy. This year has been kind of crazy. So if you have an opportunity for any amount of joy or warmth or happiness, just let yourself have that. That's, I think, what their point is there. Spirit, for the next 3 days, please, only the next 3 days, what energies are coming towards our group number 1, especially in their outer world or even anything. So this one is a little related, I would say. I'm not sure for all of you, though. Some of you, there is going to be a direct connection with this energy here with the Six of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. It kind of looks like some feminine energy is bringing up to you something that's like kind of a serious matter to them. Maybe they just need a little bit of your help, advice, and input, and nothing where you would have to feel obligated to or burdened by. This is more like they just kind of wanted to either vent and feel safe to do so. You know, they're just kind of extending themselves in that way. I do feel it would be like a mutually supportive friendship or conversation anyway. And then here we have the Four of Swords. And it just looks like they're talking about someone here really needing to take a step back and to rest and to, I guess just maybe even escape a little bit. So I think that maybe this is getting a little bit into perhaps advice. Like if someone comes to you and is venting about something going on in their lives, maybe one piece of advice that you give them is that they have to kind of just take a break from this and everything and, pull back in their energy. I don't know. That could be helpful for them to hear. Okay, so anything outside of this, what else do they need to know? What or who is coming towards them in the next 3 days? Just what's going on in their energy. Group 1. Thank you. Okay, so Seven of Wands, we're heading into a different energy here. What's this about? Spirit, what's coming towards them in the next 3 days? Okay, so my readings usually do this, and I apologize because I know the title is the next 3 days, but I did want to say that in terms of this outcome here that I'm seeing, it could take a little longer. There is a chance that it could come through in 4 days, and I kind of had a feeling to call it the next 3 to 4 days, but I didn't do that. So what we are seeing here is that there could be some energy coming towards you with relating to either career/finance or something more on the physical realm, and I'll try to get what this is for you. But it does look like you may not be ready to hear the news, or that it's just not ready to be revealed. So what is this, please? What is coming towards group 1 with this? It does look like there's going to be some form of a conversation. Now, some of you, it's going to directly talk about a contract or even something legal. And it does look like someone here is coming through that probably you have already spoken to. It doesn't really feel like this is a completely new energy. And they're bringing this up to you. And I'm guessing this is a positive thing, but I don't want to jump ahead. Let me see. What's the outcome of the Ace of Pentacles, please? Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I am getting a positive energy and outcome, although, as you can tell, I'm hesitating just a little bit, and it's probably just because of the Seven of Wands and the Two of Swords. Again, the blockagey type of energy from the Two of Swords, and you can see the moon in the background, is just making me feel like something is still, I guess, growing and fermenting. So this could take the form of someone is still making up their mind about something. So that's why we're not ready to see it yet, because that type of contemplation affects the future, because someone is kind of going back and forth. Sorry about that. What do we need to know, please, about the Ace of Pentacles and what's going on in this conversation in the next 3-ish days? See, I'm glad I hesitated because the Devil card is still here. There was just something about the way that this was presented to me that felt a little bit iffy. And now I can see why. Okay, so with the Devil card and the Eight of Wands, it's a little unclear exactly which direction this is going to head. But the only thing that I can know for sure before I look into this for you is that this conversation will happen. Okay, so again, we do have this person here in the Two of Cups. It just seems like they're coming towards you. Now, there is a chance that maybe this is not set in stone yet, and we're not sure what direction it will head. So, Group 1, this is probably a good opportunity to do a little bit of energy work here, depending on what this is. If you'd like to manifest a positive outcome for yourself, really make sure that you're embodying that energy. However, if you kind of feed into it with like some fears or lots of negativity, there is a chance that that could tip the scale and work against you, against your favor or whatnot. I know that's tricky what I just said, and essentially this is not set in stone yet, so I am going to try to see what's going on. But the Empress card is also here. This is indicating that this whole experience, this whole thing, conversation, whatever, it is going to probably make you look at your self-confidence and your self-worthiness, and it's going to make some of you feel like you're going to doubt yourselves. So be aware and be careful of that. I'm truly feeling like whoever this is, and I got the letter A for some of you, I don't know what that could be, but someone here is really on the fence about something. So what do they need to know to make this a good outcome for themselves? So like it could have been something like, for some of you, yes, like some sort of a contract. Others of you, yeah, it could have been any form of like conversation having to do with your job, or if it was more financial, maybe this is someone who owes you money, I don't know. But the Three of Pentacles was here. It kind of looks like this person is still almost up for negotiation or conversation about something. So maybe this actually isn't really set, but what I am getting in the background of this information is that there will be justice and some kind of either financial / work advantage or gain coming towards you, but that might take a little bit longer. Okay, so group one, let me rephrase that whole thing because I was confused as well. In the next 3 to 4 days-ish, you are most likely, many of, if not all of you, are going to have this kind of a confrontation or conversation or interaction with someone regarding either your work or financial aspect of life. For many few of you, if it's not work or finance, if that doesn't really, matter to you, or like if that doesn't resonate with you, it could be something more physical, like an environmental thing or a physical thing, right? So again, to say this person or even situation, something is still quite up and down about this, and we don't have a definitive answer. So that's why I cannot really tell you guys what the outcome of this will be, because someone's still deciding. However, remember that outside of the 3 days, I know it's kind of annoying to like have to go outside of that, but up to 3 weeks or even maybe 4 weeks for fewer of you, there will be justice though. So this is good news. I am still able to pick up that something will be fair and just in your situation, and you will have sort of like again, they said something about an advantage. Is there any reason that this popped up? Like, why do they need to know about this? And just any other messages for group one? Well, here's the thing. This is the reason for this. All of you are on, obviously, a different path with your spiritual development. And the reason why they're presenting this particular energy to you in the next few days is because you were meant to have this experience so that you could face how you feel about yourself and your confidence and your worth, okay? So that's kind of what I was saying before. So some of you, if you notice that you're feeling triggered and like you really feel bad about yourself, that's part of your spiritual lesson. Your guides are trying to show you your worth. And if you get, for example, rejected or kind of like not appreciated, essentially, that's part of your self-worth. They want you to see yourself as worthy. They want you to see yourself as powerful, and therefore you may need to take action towards this and advocate for yourself in some way and say like, okay, this isn't working out, I'm gonna shoot for higher things or something like that. Anything else that's coming towards them in the next 3 days, please? Anything out of the ordinary or just anything we need to know? It does also look like this is a separate energy here. I'm trying to figure out if this is someone else, because before we did have Queen of Pentacles and now we have Queen of Cups along with the Knight of Swords. So it does look like there's still this energy still coming towards you. So who is this and what do we need to know about this? Yeah, group 1. It does look like there is more communication. Now, what do I need to know about this person? Okay, it does look like there was a conversation that needed to be had with this person. Most likely, this is someone you already know. I don't think it's the same person as Queen of Pentacles, right? I mean, it kind of looks obvious, but sometimes it can sort of like duplicate itself. Queen of Cups does feel like someone that you've needed to have a conversation with for a while now. And for whatever reason, you just didn't. Maybe the Mercury retrograde had to do with that a little bit. This Queen of Cups energy, male or female, it's a feminine energy, is coming across and coming towards me with a lot of, honestly, it feels a little bit like borderline shame. I don't know what happened here, but I feel like the Queen of Cups is a bit embarrassed about something and doubtful, hesitant, fearful about something. I don't know if it has to do with you or not, but that's what this person is bringing. And as you can see, the guides, they're guiding this person towards you and saying like there has to be a conversation. So one little asterisk I'll put for you guys is that there is a chance that Queen of Cups might happen outside of 3 days. Like maybe I'll put 3 to 4 days in the title. I might have to at this point because that could happen in the other groups, but it does look like it could still happen within 3 days. So where am I today? Actually, I can't do that because it's timeless. But if you are watching it today, oh my God, I don't even know what day it is. I think it's Wednesday when I'm posting this. Yeah, so so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, there is a chance if you're watching this today when I'm posting it that this could come through with by Saturday. But if you're watching it outside of that range, just know it's still 3 to 4 days, okay? Anything else that we need to, it's kind of a lot of information, but any other final messages we need to know for group number 1 and the next 3 days, advice, messages, guidance, anything coming through? Well, being that there's a lot of activity, and especially with other people, they just want to remind you to make sure that you always, how can I put this? I guess they're kind of using the phrase like think for yourself, because the reason I say that is because people's energy, positive or negative, can definitely influence us. Right? So make sure you ground yourself and look inward first before you, I guess, maybe react to the world, respond to the world, make decisions about things, and find your own internal peace and emotional balance as best you can, obviously. That's their only advice here. So regardless of what's going on, know how you feel about yourself and the situations. And if you need time to think about that, just indicate that and take your time to have the self-reflection and even self-care to find your illumination of things and clarity. So that's their final advice for you. Okay, so group 1. I know the middle part was a little confusing, but please let me know how that pans out for you and what that was about, because I know, again, it was very confusing. And remember, hang in there for the outcome for the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card that is still coming through. Now, if you want further information about that, maybe my past pick a cards will help, like what's coming towards you in your career or the next 30 days, whatever. This is still on its way, so please hang on for that, especially if something kind of negative does cut through and kind of just like spoils your plans or whatever. There's a reason for that. Please don't lose faith, because you know they always have reasons. So I guess I'll leave it there, and I do hope that this was helpful. Please let me know below. But if you want a personal reading, the info is below. Please subscribe. It helps the growth of my channel so much. And final thing, if you guys are interested in doing some kind of a fiction writing workshop with me through Zoom, I'll put the info below if anyone should be interested in that. I might start that soon. Thank you guys again. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is the Hierophant, and the sticker that says today is going to be a good day. Maybe some of my Leos are here because of the lion. I have been wanting to do zodiac readings again, but I haven't gotten to it. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, please and thank you. Again, viewers, please only watch this if you're called to it, otherwise it might not be accurate. Okay, Spirit, can we please have a starting message for the next 3 days? If it ends up being 3 to 4 days, like it did in group 1, I will give a little edit in the title maybe. Spirit, what is your starting message, please and thank you for group 2? Hierophant, today is going to be a good day, group. Okay. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Spirit, for the next 3 days, what energies are coming towards them? So this is really a nice energy here. I'm feeling like this is either your energy or really just the energy of your path, your situation and environment maybe. And the first impression that I got with the Emperor card is that things are going to continue to go, I guess you could say, as planned, or maybe not even smoothly, but just kind of strategically, and it's going to be good. So it reminds me of, like, you know, if there's some sort of structure or even like disciplined steps, you know, whatever, a routine. But the energy will be still soft and enjoyable because it won't be too harsh is kind of what I'm getting at. Because we have the Six of Cups here, and then we have the Hermit. So it just feels like things are well thought out and in a nice sequence. And again, just like sort of smooth, or there's even like a spiritual energy to all of this as well. So I'm kind of feeling like someone's really going to be learning important lessons and looking inward, doing some healthy reflection on things as well, possibly. Okay, so let's see what else Spirit has for you. Spirit, only within the next 3 days, please, what energies are coming towards our group number 2 and anything at all that they need to hear for the next 3 days. So this is a little hard to say where this particular energy may be coming from. With the Five of Swords, I get the feeling that it's more so a situation in itself. Although for fewer of you, this could be a direct person, but only if this resonates. It's someone who's kind of petty and wants to essentially like annoy you and get in your way for no real reason. If that doesn't resonate, this is situational. It does seem like there is a little bit of something that could feel like, oh, there's these sort of petty annoyances and little conflicts that could kind of just be slowing things down and just make it feel, or even just make it seem like it's appearing to slow down a situation. So how do they resolve this, or what do they need to know about this? I don't think that it actually bothers you or gets under your skin, but if it does become really annoying for you, I wanted to let you know that I feel like this is actually divine timing. So if something seems like it's slowing down or kind of just having these walls up, this is actually because I feel it was meant to be that way in terms of the timing. So maybe just recognize that and maybe just go with the flow of it. Try not to let basically get you frustrated or even aggravated. Just kind of, you know, release and let go, as we see here with the Hanged Man. With the Seven of Swords, it does show that there's either something that still needs to be revealed, or there's some aspect of this that, like, I don't want to say it was deception, but again, that really depends on if there's someone involved here. But there's something that is going to be revealed in terms of truth. And you will see that. I do think by the 3rd day, we have Queen of Swords here. So I don't think that this is going to really knock you off your course at all. I just think that it's a good thing to be aware of, that there could be a little bit of disjointed energy there. So what is this? Anything else we need to know about this? Yeah, they did confirm that you're going to be okay, that this situation, or you and your path, there will be balance and peace and some type of harmony. So again, it won't affect you negatively at all. I just think that something needed to stall for whatever reason. And you will be victorious, so please don't worry about this. I know it sounded kind of like, what is that? But we do see that in some shape or form, you are heading towards a successful outcome. Okay, so I don't know what that was about. Let me know if that sounds familiar to you, okay? Yeah, especially if it was a person, like, you have nothing to worry about. Like, essentially, it's like you're the bigger person or something. They said something like that, like you're better than this. Like, you don't have to worry about this at all. Spirit, what else do we need to know is coming towards them in the next 3 days, please? Group 2. Other than that, we have kind of like smoother sailing, like things are going to continue forward in the way that they already were. You know, it's going to sort of march on and be relatively clear in that sense where you're getting things done and you are achieving your goals, or you are seeing the vision for your path and stuff like that. It's all good. It's good, solid, secure energy. And you're also feeling secure and making good decisions for yourself. Okay, so Ace of Swords. Okay, so I'm just going to pull one more for that. Spirit, can you please let us know specifically for what this is? Ace of Swords. Curious here. Oh, Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's certainly, although it's an ace, both of them, I'm feeling a building of energy. Okay, I wonder if they'll tell me. I don't know if I'm allowed to have a spoiler here, but tiebreaker, please. What? Oh my gosh. So group 2, there is something really, really good coming towards you in terms of like prosperous energy. There's all kinds of energy I'm feeling from this 9 of Pentacles. Yes, I feel prosperity, I feel independence, I feel freedom, I feel creativity. There's so much going on here. Something that you would feel very proud of within yourself and what you're doing. Although for some reason I'm still not able to exactly speak on these 2 cards. I feel like either they are going to reveal this to you in an actual sort of a revelation energy, and therefore I'm not really meant to or even allowed to. Or it's going to come, it's going to come through like as some type of surprise. But being that we have the 2 aces, something new, something exciting, something that could be directly affecting your path ahead, your spiritual path, your career path, your personal path. With the Ace of Wands, definitely something that would bring you a lot of happiness because there's passion here. So although they're being a bit mysterious, we at least can see that. Now, a lot of you within the next 3 days also will have this inner calling to take charge of things and to get things done. It has to do with your ambitions and everything. So this energy is tied together. So it's not clear because there's, different people watching. So in the next 3 days, you will either take charge on some of these related goals and make decisions towards it, or you're going to see the energy come through right away. What else do we need to know about the aces, please? Oh my goodness. Another ace. That is wild. Oh my God. Okay. So if something tangible does not come through in the next 3 days regarding all of this new energy, I really wouldn't be surprised, especially because the missing ace is Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so group 2, the energy is coming in. The energy of this new and vibrant thing, something that is growing for you, and this is a big component of your spiritual path, okay? Even like a part of your destined path, right? And I know you might be thinking, okay, well, what is it? Well, part of the reason why I'm not really saying it, well, I only say it if I feel the energy. Now, they're not giving me anything. And I think that the reason for that is simply that it's different for everyone. But just know that this is part of your spiritual path. So this is either an important goal, again, something about perhaps your career, not just career, but more like your spiritual role in the world. Like, for example, if you're a light worker, it would be something having to do with your mission. All right, something like that. Okay, sorry if I keep pausing, kind of have to cough here and there. Okay, anything else that we need to know? The only other thing that I'm feeling for you is that there still may be some fear or darker energies, shadowy energies that you're still working through. So for that reason, many of you, it could still be that if you're working through your own sort of devil energies and you're freeing yourself, right? That's why it may take a little bit longer for some of you, but it's still, again, the energy is still peeking through. So within the next 3 days, you may also get further messages from either dreams or signs or synchronicities or some even conversations that are happening. But what we will be seeing all across the board is that you're going to have the mindset or the like the action, like you're taking action, you're making a decision, something like that. Yeah. In terms, if you're curious about how the aces will unfold, this is not a one-stop shop kind of an energy. This is something where it's going to be just the beginning. So this is going to take a lot of time to still develop. So up to 3 months even, because this is not a small deal. Like whatever this is very important to your overall path, and you're going to see a gradual growth of, like, sort of like they said, a birth of something, and it's going to just continue in that way. Okay. Any other final messages as to what's coming through for them in the next 3 days for group number 2? Thank you. And then on a different note, this is separate. It does look like there's going to be some nice peaceful energies for you and someone near you. So this could be a romantic partner, a friendship, a partnership, a family situation where it's going to be peaceful. That's all they wanted to say about that. So that's nice, especially if maybe some of you were worried about that, like if there was some previous or recent conflict. Any other messages at all? 3 days, next 3 days. Generally, it does look like you are completing some sort of a cycle too. And that makes sense because you have 3 aces. I mean, I'm kind of blown away by that. So yeah, a lot of stuff in the background is coming to a close, whether it's because it's more like date specific. Like, for example, some of you, you're, just as an example, like, okay, your last day at your other job, or like your last day at this apartment, or something date specific where it could be like you're turning a new age, you know, something like that. That could be for a lot of you. So that's part of the cycle. But others of you, obviously, it's more spiritual, where a lot is coming into conclusions and completion just generally. And then over here with the 9 of Cups, we're continuing to see more happiness and fulfillment, kind of working towards your fulfillment of life, and they're showing a great deal of satisfaction with yourself and how you're going about life, and just feeling so much better about your choices and your, like, basically how you're doing on your path. So it's good. You're feeling proud of yourself, and it's needed. Okay, so I'll just get a final advice for you guys. Yeah, the final advice is try not to carry too much, okay? Try not to overburden yourself. I know it's difficult. Only a very small number of you, if you did happen to feel called to group 4, this was the card, so if you feel called to, check that one out. But otherwise, group 2, yeah, try not to overburden yourself or have like too many obligations. Let some of it go. You deserve to rest. You deserve to relax a little bit, or just to breathe. And everything, you don't have to worry. Like, this is all going to work out for you. I can see that. I can feel that. You are on a good track because you do put in those efforts, and it's going to work in your favor ultimately. And please do let me know what's going on here with the 3 aces. That just is awesome. It's wonderful energy. If you happen to be working on a creative project, please check out my video from yesterday that I mentioned. That was a special message for creators. But otherwise, and I think that's it. I'll leave it there. So group 2, that's what I have for you for today. If you want instead a personal reading, the link is below. And check out what I mentioned about I'm doing possibly a creative writing group for people writing novels and such. I'll leave the info below if you're interested in that. Okay, thank you so much. Please subscribe if you feel called. It really helps the growth of my channel. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the moon and the heart sticker, which says, the world is changed by your example, not by your opinion. Okay, so let's take a look here. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Sorry about that. Please and thank you, Spirit, for group number 3. Spirit, just within the next 3 days, only the next 3 days, please. What energy is coming towards group 3, and just what is any starting message at all that they need to hear at this time? Thank you. Okay. Okay, I kind of got like a little like tied up there with this message. It came through in the weirdest way, and I think that's how it's going to come towards you as well. Like, it came through as very mind specific. What is going on with the noises you're getting? Hold on. So what I mean by that is kind of like there will be some really interesting information or, yes, messages coming through to you in the next 3 days with regard to psychic downloads, maybe claircognizance or clairaudience, right? Some of you, boy, this is hard to decode here. It may start off in a dream, and then you're going to wake up and all of a sudden this clarity just pops into your head. And then it will become real, and it's going to make a lot of sense with regard to your actual situation itself. If that ends up coming true, please let me know, because they're being extremely mysterious about this, okay? So what does this mean, Spirit? If you can indulge, like, what are we looking at here? Well, I mean, that makes sense, because your card is the Moon, which is showing either a lot of mystery or a ton of psychic and subconscious energy. I want to know what this is pertaining to, though, with the Ace of Swords. So I believe this has to do with something you're manifesting, okay? And I know I'm filming probably not at the greatest time. I suppose it's rush hour and whatever, but you're really getting a lot of noise from outside. So, like I said, that could be a part of it. Going back to the Ace of Swords, this is some type of clarity, some type of answer and direction that you've been looking for. The Magician card shows that either you already have, or you are, or you will be putting quite a bit of focus energy into this thing. Now, some of you, it could be, well, actually, I should say that this is something that you really, really want, but not just a simple desire. This is something that you really need and is meant to come towards you in terms of the soul. So it's everything. So some of you, obviously, it could be something like a connection, but if it's not a connection, it could be some aspect of healing or balance within yourself. Otherwise, it could be just something that your soul needs. So any type of energy that I would say almost completes you in a sense. So all of this is happening within 3 days where you're receiving, this is like an overwhelming amount of information. I don't know if you guys are like me, but when there's a lot of psychic energy going on, I can't sleep a wink, and it sucks. I don't know if that's happened to you guys, but like maybe for some of you, you're sort of used to that if you have already trouble sleeping, but this could be more pronounced is kind of my point. Anything else that we need to know about that? So with all of these swords, I am feeling that just keep going. I do feel that your manifestations are ultimately going to be successful. They're not able to show you the whole thing because this is only 3 days, but it is going to be successful. Now, you don't have to worry, though. You don't have to put, an excessive amount of work into this. You don't have to try too hard. And honestly, you don't even really have to try at all. You just have to continue forward with what you're already doing and what feels good to you, what feels balanced to you. Okay? Because what I'm trying to say is this is manifesting and coming into fruition by you just being yourself and by you doing your thing and standing in your power. And lo and behold, we have the Wheel of Fortune to confirm that you are on the right path, on the right track. Lots of spiritual guide not interference, but influence in the next 3 days as well. This is just, for some reason, this is just a highly spiritual time for you guys. I don't know if it is the collective thing. I don't know if there's something astrologically, but since this is a timeless reading, it could be anything, maybe you happen to be watching this when there's some crazy forecast in, in the ether. So this is coming. Be prepared. This is a lot to take in, but this is more so internal. Now, external. Spirit, what's coming towards them in the next 3 days in their outer world specifically, please? 3 days only. We do have more success here, and you are setting yourself up for more success for the future as well. I do think that the Queen of Cups is your energy, but if for some reason you feel like it may not necessarily like maybe it's resonating with someone that you know, this is still good news. Someone here is truly succeeding in something. They're kind of like holding their head up high and really proud of their achievement. They're setting themselves up for a future success with the Two of Wands, meaning maybe they're projecting some goals, or maybe they're talking about something that's more relevant to the future. Ace of Wands, we're looking good here as well. There's like a strong fire energy moving forward here. But it's nice because whoever this is doing so intuitively, all right? So it's like kind of a nice balance there. So this is really inspired. It could be creative, passionate energy for you guys. And let me see if they will tell me what this is. They may not, because sometimes I'm not really meant to talk about it. Well, it has to do with some intense shift, transformation, or change in your life. So some of you, there may be a chance where it's going to start off as a small spark, whether it's like news that you got, or a job opportunity, or a creative opportunity, and it's going to start off as small. But as it continues to grow, you are going to see just the scope of how this is going to change your life and your path and everything. So they didn't really tell me what it was, but any other hints? Yeah, no, I don't think they want to tell me much of anything. But it's still kind of in development, but it's getting there. It's definitely getting closer. Okay, so anything else in their outer world in the next 3 days of what's coming? I think in the title, I'm going to put 3 days-ish, because this is kind of like wonky. They do that on purpose, though. Timing is weird. Like, I don't know if you guys ever like read cards for yourself, but I think anyone who does psychic readings with timing, it's very strange. Some people don't even do timing readings at all, because it's a complicated thing. So we have Queen of Pentacles. What do we need to know? 3 days, outer world, group 3. So this is a different energy. This could be someone that you're dealing with that looks a bit stuck or silent, or maybe even stubborn. What is the point of this message, please, or purpose, rather? Maybe this is a friend, someone that they're really holding in their energy. They don't want to really talk to me, but let's see. Why do we need to know this, please? What's going on here? Well, I mean, as far as I can figure, you guys care about this person, and if you're probably gonna be wondering what's going on with them. Like, are they pulling back? Are they not wanting to talk to me? What's the advice here, please, or any insights? The only thing that they'll say is you'll benefit from, perhaps, I mean, use your intuition, of course, but you'll probably benefit from just giving a little bit of this positive energy towards them, kind of like, it's almost like a little spark energy to say like, hi, I'm here, and just checking in on you, and or like even an offer in some way, but that's up to you. I don't know how they'll respond just yet, because it does look like they're kind of going through some specific thing in their lives. Let's see. Well, I don't want to pry here, but I don't know if it's important to this reading. Let's try. Can we know, or are we meant to know what's going on in their lives? Why are they going through this? Huh. This looks like emotional imbalance, whether it's because of their own emotions and past pains, something might have triggered them, or it could be because they're dealing with somebody that tends to throw them off balance. So I don't think it's you, for like most of you guys. I don't think it's you. So again, you know, you could probably just send them a little offer, like a little positive light in some way. And whether they say yes or no to that, it's nothing to do with you. It's just that they need to kind of go through what they're going through. Is there anything else that we need to know about this person and this connection? It says that someone here needs to just continue working on things. So if you feel like that resonates for you, maybe you want to just you know, continue having this connection, where you work on the connection with this person. And ultimately, I do see some sort of peace coming through and balance coming through. So I think it's going to be fine. But I guess it's good to know, because some of you might have thought that it was something you said or did, but I don't think it is. So everything's going to be okay. Someone is going to be healing here and finding some emotional stability. If you tend to do energy work or healing, I mean, obviously you can ask their permission if they need help with healing, but also I think that just sending them love would be enough. Okay. Anything further, anything final for group number 3 and the next 3 days of what's coming towards them? We're looking pretty good here with the 9 of Pentacles, but what is this pertaining to? Okay. One more, please. Okay, so this is still kind of a little bit of a addition to what I had already said. I think that this is really, so essentially group 3, I think they kind of ran out of messages for you. I feel like this is it. This is all you needed to hear today. But the final one here is still about the path of your future. There is still a lot that's going to be revealed. There's still a lot of choices that have to be made in order for certain things to fall into place. This card, 7 of Swords, yes, I often think of illusion or deception, but I also tend to think of strategic steps. So some of you might be thinking now, like, what are some small steps I can take towards my future? Like, how can I get there? So there's going to be a lot of that. Again, I do see success for you. I do see freedom and independence for you. Lots of bright ideas too. And finally, with the Knight of Cups, smoother energy. So just going with the flow, feeling more relaxed about things. And remember, there is going to be a significant psychic download coming towards you. So I think that kind of is related to that, because you're going to know. Of course, we feel more calm if we have answers. So in many ways, you're going to receive this powerful direction from the divine, or something is going to come through, kind of like almost like a surge of energy. If you feel confused by it, try not to decode it, just accept it. And also the fact that your guides are going to continue to give you more and more clarity as the days go on. So try not to like jump ahead, just let it all come through naturally. So group 3, I was a little confused by this reading, but I do hope that this resonates for your situation. If not, just give it the 3 days, give or take. And then if you want, you can come back and let me know how this resonated. But I hope some of this was helpful, although I was a little confused. So thank you guys so much. Feel free to check out my other pick of cards if you need further clarification, or if you want a personal reading, the link is below. And I am asking about a possible creative writing group for people writing novels and such. I'll have that info below if that interests you. And if this helped you, feel free to subscribe to my channel. It really helps the growth. Thank you so much again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the 10 of Wands and the sticker that says, "Don't give up, always reach for the stars." So I do hope that the actual card did not discourage you. I'm assuming you're drawn to this for a reason. Maybe you're holding up a lot right now, but it says don't give up. I didn't plan that because I chose the stickers first and then I drew the card. So it says don't give up. That's really nice. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4. Please and thank you. Can you give us the energy for the next 3 days, 3 days only? Spirit, moving forward, what energies are coming towards them? Group number 4. It kind of looks like many of you are going to be having some sort of a conversation with someone where vulnerabilities will come up. Okay. If you don't resonate with if it's an actual person, then of course this could be just, by yourself or something. But there is going to be that concept coming up that you might have to look at, or someone might has to look at some deeper part of themselves that they really don't like to look at because it's painful, as you can see with the 10 of Swords. I don't know where this is going yet, but this may come up within the next 3 days. Spirit, what do they need to know about this, please? Well, I mean, it's not going to be easy. And I mean, I would always recommend just to ask your guides for strength. It sounds like a simple thing, but it helps. What do they need to know specifically about this energy, please? because it does feel like some sort of battle, you know, possibly even a repeating battle. Again, I am feeling that somebody here is just feeling like toughened within their heart space and feeling, I don't know if it's like stubborn or rigid, but someone is really not wanting to open up or let their guard down. What is the advice for this, please? Okay. So group 4, I feel like, I mean, it's kind of hard to say who's who here, but the Queen of Cups, the advice here is to really soften your energy and to step into your loving spiritual energy, because this is the energy of a healer, I feel. And there's a lot of faith and hopefulness that's coming through, and peace. And that's all you can do. You can't force anybody. You can't, you know, expect anything. Like, all you can do is just be your own peaceful and loving self. You know, I guess, and just have patience. But this obviously really depends on what's going on. Included with this, though, is to use your intuition as well. Some of you, it's like, if you just kind of want to stay out of this, you can certainly do that as well, because this is up to you. But if you need to deal with someone who has this tough energy, just do so with peace and like a loving energy within the heart chakra. And it is going to soften them a little bit. If not at first, then eventually. Okay. Spirit, aside from this, what is happening for them in the next 3 days? Please and thank you. I mean, otherwise, I do see movement forward, so it's good. It's not going to be blocked, like something is going to move forward as it needs to. So whether it's like a goal or something that you said you were going to do, or any form of forward, like any form of direction, it is moving forward, okay? Same kind of deal here with the Page of Swords. I'll just continue to shuffle because it's the same thing. It's like having clarity of mind. Okay, so 3 of Swords. This might start to affect you, though. I mean, of course, right? Like, if you are dealing with either a person or a situation, it does tend to bring out our, you know, our triggers and stuff. So what is this? What's going on here? I feel like someone possibly feels cold, left out in the cold. And they're just looking for some sort of harmony, or maybe support, or a feeling of family, or a feeling of safety or something. So what's the advice, please? Okay, they kind of said, for some of you, the phrase lend a helping hand came through here. That could mean a lot of different things. I mean, if you do feel like you have to help somebody, it's up to you. Go ahead and do it. If you feel like you just want to send them energy, again, you can go and do that. If you feel like this message is for you, you might need the helping hand. You might need to help yourself. You might need to support yourself. You might need to ask for help from Spirit. Anything else we need to know as advice? Part of the advice here is that you are, I feel like this is something like psychic energy and thought work that you're doing. And it's going to be very effective for you. So especially if you do in the next 3 days, literally if you just think at someone, even if it's yourself, it's going to be very powerful for some reason within the next 3 days. Maybe there's like some energy planet reason. Because again, this reading is timeless. All right, so that's going to be helpful for you. Spirit, anything else other than these things here? What is coming towards them in the next 3 days? Group 4. So we have Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Tower. I apologize, Group 4. I feel like you guys definitely get some rough energies coming through. If you're like a chronic Group 4, not that that means you always have to choose the same group. Obviously, it doesn't mean that, but you know what I mean. So with the Tower card, and this is weird how these cards sort of descended, right? Or like, you know, the downward motion here. It kind of feels like, I don't know. It kind of feels like there's this internal shift or change that maybe is being resisted at this point. But what is the advice here? This is really classic advice. If there's something going on in your life that just seems so chaotic or hectic, I believe that your guides are asking you again to just let go of what you cannot control. That's pretty solid advice, because we can't do anything about this. We can't change the outcome. We can't control the outcome. We can only control our own choices. And even that, they're asking you to kind of like, to ask for that guidance, to work with them, to trust them. Spirit, what does this have to do with, please? The Tower. It is about change. They are indicating change, but is this in the outer world? Is this in the next 3 days something changing in their outer world, or is it more so internal? Okay, I do think that for many of you, it is going to be internal, because here with the Five of Cups, it does look like someone is kind of fighting something. Like, this energy is so heavy. It feels like someone is like fighting their truth. And someone also could be very defensive, and oh man, like someone might even kind of feel like they see no way out of this, but that's exactly why they're asking you to surrender, because that's like, I feel like your guides and your angels and everybody involved, they're really trying to fix something for you. They're trying, oh boy, I can't even get these words out. They're trying to make this energy fall so that they can help you to rebuild it. Okay, so group 4, I'm not sure if you stand on this side or that side of things, but it does seem like either someone you're connected to or your own subconscious may be very afraid to let this go, or to let this happen, or for the change to come through. If that's true, if that does resonate with you, all you have to do is look at your heart chakra, or, you know, realistically, any of your chakras that might be holding on to pain. Because I think that this pain and these swords truly is the problem. Anytime I've looked into this energy, and I know you guys' vibe by now, I really feel like there's swords somewhere, whether this is you or, again, someone close to you. If someone here could just let go of those swords, you would be freed, and I would be so happy. I feel it. I feel the freedom. I feel the wings sprouting. And I feel clarity of mind too. Okay, I got lost in the messages. Where am I right now? 3 days. I was looking at 3 days. Is there anything else that they need to know? Ultimately, it's going to be okay. But you received all of these messages so that you can kind of reflect on them. I feel like it's that simple. So if you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like things are just crazy and, you know, kind of out of control, surrender and let go of what you've been trying so hard to hold on to, because they're trying to help you let go of all that so that they can rebuild to what's right for you. Again, follow your intuition. You don't have to ever listen to me, but that's what I feel is the messages, okay? Anything else that they need to know? Any other final messages or energies coming towards them in the next 3 days? Actually, this is really nice to see, because you are ending a cycle. There is a cycle that's going to be coming to completion soon. If it's not exactly within 3 days, it's definitely very, very close. But your messages were a big mix of external and internal. So there's all this stuff that's going through. Like I started with like just this conversation, but all of this stuff is really jumbled and mashed up with your inner world. So that's how come with the Tower, it could be some significant shift and change for you in your outer world, but it's really connected to your inner world. So it's almost interchangeable. Any final messages for group number 4? I do see ultimately that you're going to keep going and that you will be supported. Okay? It's that simple, and I think I have to leave it there because there's just so much going on with this energy. So do your best to keep moving forward, stay grounded or get grounded, and seek support. Definitely from your guides, 100% always. But there are people, I feel, in your aura, your energy, that want to support you, that they want to help you, and they kind of said something also, I don't know if this is for you or someone you're connected to, but they said something like, this person is not the enemy, something like that. So try to make peace, try to hold peace in your heart, especially for the next 3 days. So group 4, you got a little bit of a sort of a hazy reading, but if this did resonate, please let me know, and I hope any of it was helpful. If you want, you can check out some of my other pick a cards as a continuation for this, basically, but if you also want a personal reading, the link is below, and I will leave it there. If you are a writer and you're working on some type of a novel, check out what I mentioned in the comments and description about a writing group. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Sorry that this was a little bit hard to get through, but again, I hope it was helpful. And please subscribe if you feel called to. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.